Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. It is great seeing people already here waiting. It's always nice to see everybody. So yes, we finished Stray last week, and Friday was Iron Lung. So we are doing something else today, something new. It should be just today and Friday, give or take. But I'm afraid it's a bit more of a grown-up game, let's say. So I honestly fully recommend it, and I've checked. Twitch does allow this, but it does come with some content warnings, which rather than read them all off, I just thought I'd just put on the screen and maybe just leave for like a minute, just so people can read them. So here they are. Bear in mind, there is a chance we will not encounter every single one of these. It's a bit of a visual horror, novel horror game that I generally love. I was really surprised when I first played it. These are just some of the chances that it could happen, but obviously, content warnings. I'm fine with most of it, but if you're not fine with this, please do yourself a favor. I'm sure I can see you in another stream another day. I'm only planning on doing this for this week, and we'll have something new next week. Those that are a bit unsure, by all means, stay, go. I honestly want to do what's best for everyone, and just because I'm fine with it doesn't mean other people would be. So it's a nice psychological sort of horror game. Those that know me know that I like my horror sort of somewhat cosmic. But obviously it's very different when you've got barrel trauma, when you've got somebody being, misted by water pressure, and it's a bit cartoony, versus this is a bit more as a horror game. It's a bit more graphic. But like I said, people are already streaming this. I'm not the only person to be doing this, so but yeah, I thought I'll just leave it up there for, I think that's been enough time, so I'll drop this. And I will, because you know me, no hats this time, but we do have a filter that I've put on, because it will look very thematic when we're actually playing. So if you're still here and you're still up for going a bit further in, by all means. So what we have now, and of course, every single time I tab off of this, it throws a bit of a hissy fit. Here we go. I believe we have sound as well, but it's come up with another content warning, so not intended for all audiences. I have turned off flickering effects and the parallel effects, so you shouldn't cause any motion sickness. But once again, if this is too much or you start feeling sick, please, I'd rather you leave and come back another time. I love seeing people view these streams. It generally makes my heart light up, but I would rather have people just take a moment to look after themselves first. So, whatever horrors you may find in this dark space, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story, believe it or not. So yes, Slay Princess Pristine Cut. I played the demo last year and fell in love with it. I had no expectations, fell in love with it. I badgered Crow Manor to play it. I have badgered Pink Gerbil to play it. I even got my mum to play it. Just because I loved the feel of it. I loved the horror in it. And it's not necessarily jump scary horror. Like I said, it's very visual novel-esque. But yeah, you can get it on Steam. The Pristine Cut was basically, they did so well, they put more content in and basically gave you a free upgrade if you already had it. So I believe you can only get the Pristine Cut now. But without that, much more, let's just jump straight into the new game.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
have some lovely options here. Let's go, the end of the world, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
How can a princess locked away in the basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
So, we could just run straight off ahead. We have all these different options, but I won't pick all of them. Ultimately, if you like the story, if you like the feel for it, I recommend picking this up, either as it is currently now, on sale, and go through it yourself. There are plenty of different ways of completing it, so we'll just go with this, and let's go with... let's just go... Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with.
Good. As long as you remain focused on your goal, it should all be smooth sailing.
Hey.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Oh yeah, the art style, it's all beautifully hand-drawn, every single scene. It's one of the reasons why I love it, really. The amount of effort put into this. The voice acting, everything. But we have here another voice. We have the voice of the hero. But it's definitely not us.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
So let's proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'll temporarily throw it over to chat just for this one time. Should I take the blade? Or should I just leave the blade where it is? Depending on what we do now, this is the first sort of options that sort of branch out. So, I thought I'd let... hey Trip Hazard! I did notice that you subscribed. Yes, so I want to just give a shout out to Trip Hazard for following. Yes, so the game we're playing is called Slay the Princess. Aw, thank you, Trip. Or should I just call you Hazard? I'll call you Hazard. Yes, so we've been tasked to go and slay a princess. That is literally all we know. We have been told if we do not slay the princess, it will be the end of the world. And because if we don't slay the princess, it will be the end of the world. I don't know why we're here. I think the narrator is one of these fairly well-known voice actors. I'm not sure who. I can probably find out for you in a second. But while I'm having a quick check, should I take the blade? The voice actor is called Jonathan Sims. We have take the blade? Okay, we'll take the blade. I'm guessing Vamp knows who that is. I probably wouldn't know without knowing some prior examples. I'm just gonna have a quick check now. I can't go any further. I know he's got a really nice voice, I can tell you that much. Oh, fair enough then. Well then, even more of a reason that if you see this game, on sale, I honestly recommend grabbing it. Alright, let's we have a vote to take the blade. So we'll take the blade to slay the princess.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
And now let's enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I think we'll just maybe take this first attempt, just going down quietly.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Should I chat, or should I just get it over and done with? She's not particularly the nicest person, but we could have a talk. You know what? I'm going to take a step forward.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Vamp just does not like the princess.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I mean, she could be flirting. You know, playing hard to get. Okay, you know, we've been tasked to slay the princess. Let's, slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder. Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Yep, and we did it, stream, so, well done! We stayed the princess! Woo! Wait, I still might have balloons. Balloons! Stay the princess! Fun time was had by all. We just sped run that, I think. Alright, yep, no. We got more to do. So... I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Let's check for a pulse, just in case.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck, holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one.
You think she's gonna move?
We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question? Wait, what was that? You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
I should probably make a red tally for Vamp just on the side of the stream, shouldn't I?
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy. Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now.
I don't know what you mean, Gerbil.
See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you. For whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
It does feel like game over, but...
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Wait, this has already happened.
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
We've got a new voice.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We mostly listened to you. How are we supposed to know she'd spring back to life? If she sprung back to life in this hypothetical scenario, then clearly you didn't slay her. But congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right.
Which I suppose, makes sense. We failed it last time, so this is our second chance.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We stabbed the princess stabbed us, and now everyone's right back to where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
And this is where the psychological part of the psychological horror comes from.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and just get out of here.
At least you know not to trust her, but you do realise that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself.
Wibbly wobbly timey wimey.
Everyone else.
Yes.
We were so close to finishing the job last time. She can't get the jump on us twice. If we're careful, we should be fine.
Yeah, we can do this. We now know not to check pulses.
That's the spirit.
We'll just stab her and walk
Stick
away.
up a lip, and you'll save the world in no time at all.
So, let's just go straight to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful. Just stay focused.
Yeah, it's just a warning. We'll be fine. We can do this. Look, it's not every day you die and come back to life in order to sort of solve something. So let's walk into the cabin. Nice, simple. We'll pick up the dagger. We'll stab her. We won't check for a pulse. We'll just straight.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
So this is different.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
He didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Can you two stop arguing? It's stressful enough in here without all of this extra noise.
I care. Let's see how handsome we look.
I care less about that and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror.
I mean,
If I lie about something so meaningless, what good would it even do?
if there's no mirror, then we should be fine. Should I approach the mirror? Vamp seems to think mirrors are bad. What about everybody else? Yeah, just a little peek, maybe. Lark says mirror. There is no spoon. Okay, you know what? I'm sorry. Sorry, Vamp. You've been outvoted. Let's approach the mirror. True, yes. We're doing it purely for the retch counter now from Vamp.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Sorry.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
I mean, that doesn't look like the hand of a hero.
But it was there a second ago.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
We could very well be a dragon. He could just be filling up a wall. Yeah, to be fair, let's point out that the cabin is different.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Okay, cool. We can cope with this. We can cope with this. Oh, thank you for following iSouls95. Hope you're enjoying the stream. True, just because we're a dragon doesn't mean we're bad. We could be a... What was it? Metallic dragons in D&D? Oh, the good dragons? Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Fair enough. Yep. That's all good. But I will give you fair warnings. There was a series of content warnings, iSouls. So if at any point in the stream this is too much for you, please, I'd rather you click off and enjoy the rest of your evening. You don't need to just stick through this if this gets to be too uncomfortable.
It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Okay. Cool. Do what we did last time. We'll go down, stab her. We won't check for a pulse. Cool. Good to hear. Good to hear.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
We've definitely got to see how many times Vamp starts retching.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
Everything's different.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
You can see why when I played this as a demo, I went from, oh yeah, this is a bit of fun, fun in air quotes, to I got to this point, or roughly this point, and like late at night, not expecting it, full.
I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting you are here to rescue me, right?
Okay. So, do you remember what happened last time? I think we should probably just check, see if she does recognize.
Last time? If somebody came into my house and stabbed me to death and then I killed him, surely I would remember that. But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
Right.
There you go again, talking up delusions about a past life experience that clearly didn't happen. Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth.
She's definitely a lot more prepared than she was last time.
Terrible spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that loop back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right? Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
If I come close to you, you're just going to stab me, aren't you? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. She's obviously hiding something.
What? No! No! I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess trapped here for no reason.
So, pretext is we've been tasked to slay the princess. If we don't slay the princess, the world will end. We have no idea why we're here. We have no idea who we are. We have no idea who she is. All we know is that last time we came down here, I stabbed her. She died. Checked for a pulse. She stabbed me. We both died. And then time reset. And yes, one of her chains is broken. So yeah, let's definitely not get too close.
And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to, not stabbing distance to help me.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close.
Was it broken before? I don't remember it being broken.
She certainly feels...
It could have been broken. To be fair, I was more focused on stabbing her than checking, make sure she was trapped.
Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it.
That's a point. It could be all a big bluff.
But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do
Ooh,
your job.
that would be good. If I could throw the knife at her.
All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
Is there a throw the knife option? Screw it, say the princess. Approach the princess. Oh, it would be nice if you could just hurl the knife. Yeah. Okay, let's just... You know what, I'm gonna just check, make sure... I know you have a knife, I'll let you out free if you drop it. You can just lie through our teeth.
Knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife? And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Yeah. Stabby?
I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
Yeah, we faltered last time. Let's just... Screw it. Let's slay her.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room. Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second. But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat.
And I'm assuming it's not our knife.
Whose meat? Not ours, right? Hers, at first. Then yours.
Hehe.
How? What did she even hit us with? You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with. And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
You're going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, you died again.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do? I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore.
We have a new voice. So we have the voice of the cheated and the voice of the hunted.
Good. It's better.
And stubborn.
Without a fight, no one can win, and if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning. Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right? That can't be right, that's too much responsibility. Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Yeah, so we've only died twice. But we've got the voice of the hero, the voice of the cheated, the voice of the hunted, and the voice of the stubborn.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp. That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually. We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now. That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one.
True, more voices and attempts.
I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right? But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore. I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it. If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
Let's approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising. It was never there. Just an illusion. Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now. Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
I'm glad you're enjoying it, Blarg.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Okay, well, definitely isn't holding any blades this time, but she was hiding one last time.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again. Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now.
Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
Well, I think we're gonna die again.
She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
Fight her. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. Appeal to her authority. Unconditionally surrender? I think she'll just kill us. We could try flirting with her. That's... Yeah, swords for arms and we don't, so we're going to start panicking. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. Let's just kill her before she kills us. Beat her to it. Yeah, let's beat her to it.
No, that's a terrible idea. A win's a win.
Screw it, we've already died twice. What's a third? A third is a third. It's bad. Who cares?
Fine. You raise your blade above your head.
Oh! We're stabbing ourselves.
Oh, this is new. What are you going to do? Are you really going to stab yourself? Neat.
I thought we were going to stab her.
Then you skewer yourself.
Oh well.
Ow.
Are we still here? Can we not actually off ourselves? Boo! Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? Nah, we'd know if we died. Right?
Another voice?
You're on it. No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I don't like that we died without us knowing it. This really, really blurs some lines that I prefer not to be blurred. Are we still dead? Are we alive again? How are we even supposed to know the difference?
Yeah.
Stop saying dead all of...
It's fine. It's fine.
We might have died a second ago, but...
What was it? One of the voices said.
Extremely...
We just have to win once. If it restarts non-stop, even if it's a 0.000% chance.
This is all horribly wrong. How many times have we been here?
Get through it.
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay,
Whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
I mean, true, it is insanity to do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. But we just, like I said, we just need one win. This is also why I don't gamble, by the way.
We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting. Yeah, I'll pass on that. As long as we keep moving. Who cares about getting better than her? Let's do something weird. Like, really, really weird.
I mean, we did stab ourselves.
Come on, show me something new.
Gonna fight her again. But you know what? Let's take a page out of Trip Hazard's book, and let's try flirting with her. Oh, doesn't work.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
You're cute.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. What's the point? It's all the same. She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
Do you see that? We almost had her. That was luck. But we only have to get lucky once.
Exactly. We just need to get lucky just the once.
Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. She's going to kill this body either way, so stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah, that was a good one. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason. She skewers you. We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time, that's all we need. None of this is working. Think. She skewers you. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
True, she is becoming more sword than person. So I suppose at some point we just go down there, there'd just be a broadsword lying on the floor.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Ho-ho! What if? Throw it out the window.
I mean,
Over my dead body.
maybe we'll throw it out a window another time.
You've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore. Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman? I'm sure I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them? Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time. Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover. Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
No, I'm good.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. Then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Are you ready for what comes next?
I mean, we know where to stab now, at least.
Holy shit! She's gorgeous. Absolutely divine.
Okay, you're not allowed to speak anymore.
Yes, behold, the perfect woman. Do you think we can throw her out the window? That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs.
I like the contrarian too. Maybe we'll listen to its advice on one of these goes.
This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it? This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing. We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Shush.
It's so quiet.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Do not act, and yet do that in action, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach, but as the blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
The weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound, and the faster the momentum volley between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. The blade strikes free of volition, and her strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you survive, but neither of you fear what is to come. This is a good ending. Okay, that's different. You do not get to see each other die. Something has taken her away, and it has left something in her place. Oh, Vamp, it's that mirror. approach the mirror. Do so. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It is time for you to see what is in it. This is you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Yes, proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Okay. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I should have done Do you know the narrator? Yeah. I'm a person.
A person, a set of eyes witnessing from one perspective. I think that you are more like me than you are like a person. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Here you go. Yeah. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
That is a point. Yeah, what did she mean by a gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is a single-minded edge. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for a piercing heart.
True, the heart could be the fragile vessel.
Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Yeah. Is she the one who sent us to kill her? And she's what making us trapped here.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
That's fair. Okay. Let's see if is she the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Okay. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
That is a lot of hands. I've only just realised the amount of hands on the screen.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
Okay.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
So, we need to bring her more princesses? How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find.
Oh, it could be more voices.
The rest will find their own way home.
Okay. I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Okay, so you're going to make me forget. How much am I going to forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
And what if I don't let you make me forget?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
True. I suppose this sort of stagnancy is the worst. Let's just ask if she's scared that we might kill her.
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Okay. Well, let's just see what happens if we forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Okay, so back to chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
Yeah, we
you're
know
here
this.
to slay
Yep.
her.
Yep, cool. Okay, yeah, we're back to the next thing, so I suppose we're going to slay the princess, so, Viva la Revolution.
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. A warning before you go any. She
Yep,
will lie,
we know.
she will cheat, and she will do everything in her. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save Prince. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I mean, it seems to be truly back. We won't know until we're in the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air
Okay.
is stale and musty. The blade is your implement.
So, we're back to the beginning to try to kill her? Should I take the blade, or should we go leave the knife? Okay, let's go down, just see what it's like down here. Befriend her. Okay, let's go try to befriend her.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh, he sounds
It's
calmer.
hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Let's go. Let's just call out hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Let's just talk to her this
You
time, I
walk
think.
down the
Befriend
stairs
her.
and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
You are right, there is only the
binding her to
one.
the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
True, true. Unless that's like a basement window.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Yeah, let's have a little bit of a talk first.
Okay.
Okay, what's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
True. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
True, yeah. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Well, kind of important.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
True, she could be a synth. So we can get the blade, leave her locked up. Try and get her out. You know what? Let's try the friendly route. Let's see if we can let her out.
You're only making this more difficult.
I mean, if the world ends, we're just gonna come back, right?
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Oddly enough, no.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't the key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Good.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Yeah, totally normal. Totally typical response. Cut me out of the chains.
To make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Okay. Let's... I mean, we heard the door lock, but let's just try it.
But it's locked from the outside.
Thought so. Right, back to the bottom.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
I mean, the narrator definitely wants us to do this. Could very much be the bad guy.
There's a slight panic rising in the
But then again,
princess's voice.
The princess did turn to swords to cut us up and was enjoying it. So this could be the same princess, it could be a different princess. we don't
If
know.
I could
But
just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before
Okay.
raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
yeah, Vamp, are you okay?
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Yeah, okay. I mean, if we are this far, I mean, at this point, I'm kind of like, yeah, continue to be friends with her. You sure?
Or we could use it to free her.
Okay,
You
let's
won't like what happens if you do that.
let's save the princess, I suppose.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
She seems very nonchalant.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Yeah.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Am I still being friends with her?
How is she still smiling after everything? It's
Okay.
like she isn't even bothered
Okay.
by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
True. Yeah, it would be useful to have a Master Swords as a friend rather than an enemy. Alright, so let's go to the locked door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. I can't just let her escape into the world.
Should we just go against what the narrator says?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
That is a good point. That is fully a good point. If somebody is more than happy to chew off their own arm
Wait,
and cut the
this
hand
isn't
off.
fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Okay, we have got Warner, so
Stop that.
we'll go against the narrator for this run.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Okay, we have a resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
I mean, For all we know, in this world, it's just me and her, so...
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay, so it's a different chapter this time.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
Yep, I've heard
you're
this
here
before.
to slay her.
Let's just go straight to the cabin this time.
A warning before you go any further.
Yep,
She will lie.
we know.
If only you knew what you did to us, you villain.
Excuse me?
Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
Last time? What are you talking about?
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
True, it is very Matt Berry, isn't it? We had Richard Iwade, now Matt Berry.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay, so being friendly with her got us killed, but at least she's moved up in the world a little bit more. Look at the mirror.
The blade is your implement.
We'll try again. We'll try and look for the mirror again.
To do this right.
Let's just straight up approach the mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Okay, so the mirror is still an
There was a
illusion.
mirror a second ago.
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Shall I ignore the blade this time? Or, I mean, it gave us the blade out of the way, so if we're still doing the befriend... Oh, you know, like preening yourself. Make sure you have decent hair and all that sort of stuff. We want to see if we can flirt. It could be, yeah, we could be a large bird. Okay, yeah, we'll take the blade. We don't have to use it.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge. There's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
Let's enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love. Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Okay, so that means she does remember us
Do you
from last
hear
time.
that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you?
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done.
Oh,
What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
So yeah, narrator's slipping up a bit more this time.
We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Yeah, should we ask what happened after I died? Probably best thing.
You died, and now we're talking.
Okay, do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
Right. Yeah, sure. Okay, is far too casual.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
That's pretty weird.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
So let's explain. I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body, and it was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride.
Yeah.
To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
Yeah, I'm not liking the voice of the smitten.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Neither does anyone fancy gaming.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
True. Should we try to rescue her still? Yeah, true. He has been, if not necessarily straight up lying to us, he's been definitely holding a lot of stuff back. Let's rescue the princess.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? Yes.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
That's an interesting ultimatum.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, she definitely could have done that herself.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved.
True. It did say at the beginning that it was going to be a love story.
Is that a threat?
You know what we'll do if you try it.
This is the peak male fantasy here.
You're going to regret this.
What do we do now?
Okay, what do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Okay, so what
She
do
doesn't
you want?
even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I mean, she's not lied to us like the narrator has.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I don't know. What do you want to do? Yeah, there must be something.
I just want to make you happy.
She can't just want to make us happy.
It makes sense to me.
That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
Yeah. You have to want something more than just making me happy.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Okay.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
I mean, I can stab her. But you know what? Yeah, if she wants to make me happy, what happens if I ask her to make me unhappy? Maybe I can sort of like paradox this.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy, I can make you unhappy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Yeah, let's see if we can maybe just... This isn't right. Let's just get out of here.
That sounds perfect.
Oh.
Oh, phew. She's back to normal.
Okay.
Normal? What are you talking about? Our angel has always been like this. Absolutely flawless.
Okay.
As the princess takes your hand in hers, you let your blade tumble uselessly to the floor, and with it tumbles the last hope for the entire world. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
The question is, was that weirdness just a one-off, or is that truly what's going to happen?
And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair! We're supposed to leave now.
Are we supposed to leave?
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
True. I wonder if she could. I don't... We'll see if...
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
There is the window as well. Do you think you can open it?
Well, I don't know. Do you think I can?
Of course she can. You believe in her, right? Nobody is leaving this basement.
You know what? I've seen the sword arms. I think you've got this.
Okay, let me try.
The princess tries the handle. And... the lock clicks, and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you she could do it.
Okay, so at the very least, she seems to be a reflection of whatever we think she is. So when she was like, had no personality, she started going weird, and now that we think she can do it, she can. Hi, Spooky Yuki. So yes, the game is Slay the Princess. We have to slay a princess. We have died once before. Well, one run before by she turned into a massive sword and stabbed us to death repeatedly until we eventually killed her. She was then taken by a thing with far too many arms. And then the world reset. So we then went down and we, instead of stabbing the princess, befriended her. After a really weird moment with her biting off her own arm. We're gonna lay the princess, not slay the princess. Okay. So yeah, so we have to slay her, because if we don't slay her, the world ends. But we're not slaying her.
You and the princess make your way upstairs. Her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away. If you don't mind, I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin everything. If I'm about to see the end of the world, I'd rather not see it sober. You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone.
True. And then again, we've only got narrators telling us that the world's ending, and as we've all noticed, the narrator is lying through his teeth. If not outright, by omission.
That's not how this works.
Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
True. That is a good point, Isol. If we think the world's going to end, if we leave with her, it will. So, if the world doesn't end... Yep, stop with these interruptions. We already made up our mind. We're just going to leave.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Our happy ending at last.
We did it! What should we do now?
Where did everything go?
Shoot.
Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Okay, so we've got feathers? But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave, memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
The mirror's back.
Is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
You know what? It's going to be okay, just trust me.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
No, let's just approach the mirror. We'll get it over and done with. It was kind of creepy last time. We'll get this bit over and done with. So, we approach the mirror.
Oh, I don't like that silence.
True. Mirrors are the reflection of our soul. The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone. The mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. You've grown. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Hi, Crowmanor. Welcome to the stream. This is the second princess we've rescued, killed. We definitely killed one. We've rescued this one.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Okay, so do you have any thoughts?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you just give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Okay, so we brought a one that was very cruel, but enjoyed the cruelness. This one is caring and loves us. So when this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was.
That makes some sense.
I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
We have how many more vessels?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
Should we leave for the woods? I'm more than happy to. Yeah, let's just go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
Okay, so what we'll do is we will be very contrarian next time. Then the one after that, we'll try to be a bit more urgent, encourage her to do stuff. Everything goes dark, and you die. So back to chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods.
Yep, we heard this before. Let's just do what Blarg says. Or turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
only thing that matters is where I am not going. The cabin. I am not going to the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Yeah, no. Let's just
You're
leave.
really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
I know, it's far too convenient to just happen to be there. So, no, he's not going to emotionally blackmail us into doing this.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Oh yeah? Well, I guess I'll start walking in a different direction. Again. In fact, I'm going to keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realise that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
I mean, in the end, yeah, I suppose if we're just going to die anyway, let's really annoy the narrator.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness, but it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
So, new one.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin, and you're here to slay her. If you don't...
Yep, we know this. Yeah, that's the point. Those walls weren't here last time. Can't just force me to go to the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day.
Well, did say she quite like the contrarian, so...
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Yep, totally. We're heading to the cabin now. We're definitely going to go and save the princess.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Sure, Mr. Narrator.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Proceed into the cabin.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with.
Yeah, this is fine. This is totally not freaky and broken.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
I mean,
You can't just say that.
should we see if we can throw it out the window?
Everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho! You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
Pretty hard to ignore it.
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
That is a good point.
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Okay, let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife. But you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. We'll look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice. You switch your grip on the blade.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Yes! Isn't this so much better? Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Throw the blade out the window.
Haha! Yes! Do it!
Seriously.
Yeet.
You throw the blade at the window, glass showering the cabin as your weapon flies out into the night. I suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it.
We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends. Been there, done that.
Makes a good point. We've died several times before.
I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon.
Well, I mean, it's the void of space outside, so we're not getting it back.
What's done is done. Good luck, hero.
Should we look at the mirror? I mean, you should probably approach the mirror, right?
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror.
Same mirror,
Or
yeah.
At least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
Okay.
I hope you know
So,
how
nothing
ridiculous
new?
you look right now.
Everything out the window.
A second ago,
Princess out the window.
and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Okay, I guess. Have to go to the basement,
The
guys.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials.
I mean, I know this is game, and there's not a chance. I would personally hate this. Just no guide rail. Ugh.
Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
True, yeah, we're going to see David Bowie start walking across one of these.
The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once.
Bugs are just
Odor
jumped.
that is simultaneously everything, and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
Okay. If I can jump, I will jump. If I see the Goblin King, I won't slay him.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
We can take the soft, center, or the harsh. Let's just take the center stairs.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. One foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears. and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
Okay.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems... normal.
She seems relatively normal. Let's ask her what her name is again. That seemed to work quite well last time.
Princess.
Okay, so same princess.
You can call me Princess, if you'd like.
Okay.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it.
I mean, we can all agree the narrator is dodgy. But, you know, I do kind of want to stop believing him now if this is what happens when we don't do what he says.
It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now.
True. We could both kill and save the princess. I mean, if we had a third, we could both save, slay, and lay a princess.
Oh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
No, that was me joking. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Let's go with... you're apparently a threat to the world. I was sent here to slay you.
I don't have any weapons, and I'm chained to a wall. Do I look like someone that could end the world? Do I look like a monster?
Everything you've heard about me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything, starting with you.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back.
Yeah, I think we broke reality, guys.
Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
I'm getting you out of here. Try to free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave her and leave in the basement. Regretfully think about the time you threw the blade out the window. I suppose we could do all three?
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
I'm not sure anyone fancies gaming. To be fair, I've never tried it. Maybe I'll try it off of stream and have a look. Or if you want to give it a try, you know, I honestly, there's tons of story to this, and I will be doing this until the end of this playthrough. So even if I don't finish it all today, I'll be doing some more on Friday. But yeah, it's something maybe to have a look at.
You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone.
Oh, awesome. Thank you for the follow, Sweet Lavender Pie. And the icon. I'm ashamed to say I'm not particularly good at art. It is AI generated. I do want to eventually get a somebody to do me a proper one, or at least upscale this one a bit. But I did a little bit to it, but it wasn't all me, I will admit. So we are rescuing her, killing her, running away. True, actually that is a point. We've got 20 followers. Okay, so I guess we will then have to think about what to do for the 20 follower celebration. Once again, thanks everybody. I mean, just in today alone, we've got Trip Hazard, ISO 95, and Sweet Lavender Pie. So awesome! Thank you all so much. Let's kill, save, run away from the princess, and see what happens.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't...
I did say I was going to do Alien Isolation, but I did say I was going to do Alien Isolation at 30. I want to give myself a bit more of a break. I've got something nice and planned ready for 20. Equally creepy, equally odd, equally strange. But Alien Isolation is up on the table. I did promise, what was it, at least 3 hours of Alien Isolation.
Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
Okay, Bug, look what you did. This was all your choice. You did this.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
Oh.
Nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world, the princess collapse in on themselves before it all
Okay, so...
falls apart.
Ugh.
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
Yeah, no. Okay.
What happened to us?
What are we? There are parts of us that are dead,
and the others,
they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong.
It's all so uncomfortable.
Ew. I take the woman with swords coming out than this, to be honest. Just... ugh.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Fix us?
I'm not hugging her. I'm tempted to get that knife if I can.
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere.
I'm not hugging her. I'm not. No, I'm not hugging. I'm not hugging her, chat.
I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
Well, there's no stabbing option. Yes, is that the choice then? People want me to try to help her? I'll do my best. Oh, no, it's okay. The hands from another reality took her away. Whew. Well, she's being hugged by them. But you'll never know if she hears your reply. She's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
If I had the knife, I would stab the mirror. I think.
Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so. You're not messing with us, right?
Let's approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Thank you for the follow, Popcat 5979. I'm obviously, yeah, slaying the princess. It seems to be a thing that people like. Let's totally stare and freak out, shall we? Silence as you reach forwards. They are gone again. The mirrors always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. Okay, so grown, and now I'm withered. I don't know if we're doing the right thing, but I guess. Oh, that's great. That's absolutely great to hear, Bobcat. Thank you. It's lovely to hear that people are finding me. You're, I think, the second follower I've had to catch me from YouTube. So it's really nice to hear that that's, you know, getting people's attention as well. And I'm glad you obviously interested enough that you wanted to jump across. And yeah, thank you for the follow. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Let's proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her just like before.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Wow, this is giving me a headache, guys. What did you think of this particular vessel? You thought the first one was cruel, the second one was gentle.
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and walls. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit, even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Don't like the you are like me. Especially if they're a mass of hands taking bodies. Does this mean that our bodies are being taken? Sorry, I'm just gonna cough. Okay, sorry. Have you figured out what you want when we finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Okay. So, right, obviously we are giving her things to pull herself together. Let's ask how many more we need.
We will know when we near our destination.
Okay, so obviously still need more. You know what happens to the world we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
I don't like the when our work is done. Let's go back and
I will be here.
See what happens this time.
For us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Okay, so this is the fourth run?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, yep, we've heard this before. Can't somebody else do it?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
But we know that you have... Even if you don't make the rules, we know that he can change the rules. Okay, let's go off and just go straight there this time.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
Yep, we know all this.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
I mean, I don't know, guys. We've tried killing her. We've tried saving her. We've tried ignoring. Shall we quick stab and run?
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Hug time. Okay, well, I suppose first questions first. Should I bring the knife?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
Bring the knife.
The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table.
I suppose it's better to have the knife, and we don't have to use
A
it.
pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I mean, true. Perhaps we can have a tea party. I mean, there's no mirror to check.
You take the
Not
blade
this time,
from the
anyway.
table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Okay, so first time we came down, she was quite angry and cold. I mean, I'm fairly certain there wasn't a mirror. Don't do this to me, Blarg. Don't do this to me, Blarg.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here,
I mean, I already feel like I'm going a bit mad, to be honest.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Okay, so she's not happy with us anymore.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
I think bringing the knife down gives us this angry
Don't
version.
let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, just checking in on you.
It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs.
Oh,
Lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
thank you, Trip. Yeah, I'm totally not going insane.
Basement.
Totally not going insane. Okay.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Let's quick stab and run. Talk to her. All right, let's. What? No way. Why would you even think I would come to kill you?
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
Well, okay, true.
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Let's. I mean, she's still chained to the wall. Let's just put the knife down.
Blade tumbles out of your trembling
Always pick it up again
hands
later.
and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I've been told things, but yeah, we're not sure to believe anymore.
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
is annoyingly true. I mean, we know that her name is Princess. Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
I mean, okay, that's a point. I know that I've been told, but I don't think we necessarily believe it.
So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking.
Let's be honest with her then. We're here because she's about to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
You know what? I think we'll see if she's willing to tell us.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
Okay. Makes sense, makes sense.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
No, that is true.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Okay. I've got an idea, chap.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I think we tried killing her. We tried letting her go. We tried walking away. Let's just leave her locked up. So I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit, and get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
Will she, though?
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Yeah, let's just have have a lock from the basement.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
Nope. Let's stick to the plan.
You'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I think we might have picked the knife up, or at least it seems to be in our hands. So I think we took the knife when we left.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
Okay,
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it.
I mean, we didn't do anything. That's kind of the whole point.
You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
So this is all just an act, wasn't it? So you're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess, you're a monster.
I can be innocent and harmless, if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar.
Okay.
Its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
I may have made a mistake, guys.
Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
Yeah, but you do lie by omission at the very least, so perhaps if you just don't tell us, we'll be okay?
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here. We could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, now we're on to the nightmare chat.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Yep,
You're here to
yep,
slay her.
yep. Okay, yep, let's, She's gonna kill me again.
People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Shh! What if he hears us? That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit! I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all.
Yep, let's go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Yeah, she'll lie, she'll cheat, she'll do everything she
will
can to
cheat.
stop
I don't think
killing her.
lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least, she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room.
Well,
A pristine blade stands between you and the
This is-
open, inviting basement doorway.
creepy face in the windows.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time. It's just an empty frame. She's already got out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done.
Stay away from the mirror this time.
So deep breath in, deep breath out.
Okay.
Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Let's just take the blade.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Steel can't lie to us.
Go down, stab her quick.
Is it gonna be
Yeah.
enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb? The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
That's basement.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
How hard is it to throw a knife? There you go. Finally, we got the option to throw a knife.
It can't be that hard. But then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first place, it'll be enough.
Okay, let's just... Oh, and we can jump off the void. So we can do both the things we wanted to do. So let's do that.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
Okay. Yeah, I was
Congratulations,
curious.
you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best outcome you could have gotten. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones, visible against the inky black of the basement, mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Okay, let's go right.
You turn to the right. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Lungs, liver. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more?
True. You know what? Let's just get to stabbing her. We won't even get to the being taken by the hands, but we'll just at least see her dead. And then we'll save it, and then we can pick this up on Friday.
You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath. Heart,
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
nerves, heart.
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead, even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us.
Nerves.
Why?
Heart.
The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
Liver. nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
You're a lunatic, you know that, right?
I am what I am, and right now, I'm in control.
Heart, lungs.
So, you might want to be a little nicer to me.
She raises one long gloved finger, its tip hovering just over your skin,
Liver,
seeming to enjoy the lingering threat.
lungs,
But she withdraws, sparing you another momentary glimpse of death.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
That's
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
Slayer.
lungs, liver.
Your will concentrates into a single fine point, and you strike out against the princess, ignoring the constant reminders of your breaking body.
Liver,
She doesn't even move as the blade sinks into her heart.
liver,
We did it.
nerves,
We actually did it.
lungs, liver,
You actually went for it. Oh, you're going to regret this. I could be so much more terrible for you than I am now.
lungs,
Can she?
nerves,
We've already seen how she can change. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
You're not getting those stairs back. I'll see you when you finally decide to die.
She falls to the ground, unmoving.
nerves.
Oh. I can stop now, can't I? I can. Finally. And now that she's gone, you can let us out of here. Right? But she was the one who controlled this place, wasn't she? And now she's dead. I don't like to think what that means for us.
Yeah, let's just stay paranoid and just assume that if we approach her, she'll just come back to
It
life.
means that you're stuck here. Forever. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, I hate this. Time passes. Forever's gonna end eventually, right? No, it won't. That's the whole point of forever. It doesn't end. I feel sick. It doesn't have to be forever, though, does it? What do you mean? We still have a way out, clutched in our hands. Are you suggesting we kill ourselves? Won't we be dead? I guess that hasn't stopped us before. That's a terrible idea. You've already saved the entire world from ruin. Why would you want to die? Because right now, you don't want us to do that. You're right. I don't. But if we've already saved the world, then why does it matter if we die? Why do you care? I just do. I value life. Every life. Even yours. Especially yours. Why? What do you mean, why? I think it's perfectly reasonable to value life. Exactly. I don't have to answer that.
You know what? I'm going to be anticlimactic. I think we've almost been streaming for about 3 hours. I think I'll make a nice save point here. She's currently dead. Let's just save. Save it in this nice empty slot there. And we'll leave it like this, I think, for the time being, guys. Yeah, you know, just because at the moment we know that she's going to come back alive. We know she's going to kill us. It's just a matter of how long it's going to take before she does. So, yeah, I'll leave it at this, and I guess I'll be back to streaming this on Friday. Thank you all so much. Yeah, thank you all so much for joining us in the stream. I really appreciate all the follows. And we smashed the follower goal, so yeah, I'll probably announce probably on Friday what I decide to stream to sort of celebrate 20. And yeah, at 30, as much as anyone fancy game keeps saying otherwise, at 30 I will definitely lock in and we'll do Alien Isolation. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed the stream. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are. And I guess I'll see you when I see you. So, bye.